like, fuck him. And you saying that to the son, who they just told you started this fire with lightning strike. Which means that from Canada to freaking Mexico, when every fucking thing is on fire and you're gonna wish you had got your green light, I'm not gonna care, because like I said, when you guys are out of the way and not even on the planet no more, I already got my people that I was sent here with. I've already did the things that I was supposed to do. I'm already in position where when all y'all asses is burnt the hell up and you ashes left on the ground that I can use for fertilizer, I'm gonna just regenerate every damn thing and start from seeds. So don't think that I'm asking you to get your green light because I need it. Yes, you have kept me poor, but the thing about it is, while you did that to me, I still sustained you, and that shit is coming to an end. And my sister is the person that is going to deliver the ending blow to y'all asses via what you're looking at right now. So get used to this shit, because it's here to stay.
The house, removing all the flammables, pruning up any trees. If they're build out of fireproof materials, not wood and stuff that burns very easily, because a fire just considers that to be another lump of fuel. And this is just such a tragedy. There will be a national investigation. They will get that started immediately. Clay Templin's Type 1 Incident Management Team is there tonight. They'll probably take the fire over early in the morning. And that's a bunch of folks that I worked with, and they're all experts. It's just, you know, a lot of these kids on this Granite Mountain fire crew, their parents and their immediate family members are firefighters. They've grown up with fire. So that makes this a doubly hard to bear tragedy, because it's so close to a small community nationally of firefighters.
Jim, because you bleed the blood of a firefighter, I'm going to ask you this question. We talk about the right stuff. We talk about what it takes to be a wildlands firefighter, to go into the woods when winds are blowing and the fire is burning, knowing that something like this could happen. Can you describe in your mind, having walked those shoes yourself, what it takes to be a firefighter?
Well, it takes commitment, and it takes putting everything that you have into that way of life. It truly is not a job; it's a pursuit, Mark. These kids spend their entire career and they get old and go up through the ranks, but you're always tied to the ground. And that's, you know, we see a lot of fancy planes on our big screen TVs dumping a lot of retardant on fires. It's still the firefighter on the ground, that boy and girl down there digging dirt that put the fire out. And all of the retardant and the helicopters dropping water, they help you out a bunch. So do the fire engines that are squirting water and the condensed foam and on houses. Everything out there has a purpose, but it's that ground firefighter, and there's 112 20-person hotshot crews in the country. If you're a hotshot crew, you're an elite organization that trains, that is in physical fitness training all the time, that works on projects. And when there's hotline to be built with fire very close to you, the hotshots are the ones you want there, because they have their own communication system. They understand how to work with each other. They're a team. They live together. They work together. Some of these kids work on hotshot crews for 8-10 years before they go do something else. In the case of Rick Lupe, he was on a hotshot crew for 19 years. He was the firefighter that died in a prescribed fire in the White Mountains on White Mountain Apache tribe a few years ago. And you know, it's just, you're always looking at the weather. You're always learning about fire behavior. You're always testing new equipment. A lot of these guys are inventors. They build equipment that's different, that suits their purposes. They're just some of the finest young men and women that you can ever meet. And you know that if there's ever a tight situation, they got your back. they're there with you.
It's definitely a brotherhood, Jim. Stand by for us because we're going to come back to you in a little bit and talk a little bit more about the investigation because everyone wants to know how this could happen and how the investigators are going to determine exactly what happened.
Jim, hang on 1 second. We've got Senator Flake on the phone with us. Senator Flake, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
You know, it's been such a big week in Washington with the Supreme Court decision on gay marriage and the Senate's Gang of Eight voting on immigration reform. And yet, when you get back to your home state of Arizona, Senator, and you talk about 19 souls lost, it really puts everything in perspective that it's, in the end, it's about people and about families. And this affects so many of us back here at home.
Oh, it is. I just got off the phone with Speaker Tobin. And,
See, what he just said is 100% correct. It's about family. We've sat around here and had one family of people dichotomize themselves from the rest of their family and build up energies of strength through weapons of murder and then attack their other family members and have the name to try to just have the nerves to try to justify it from some spiritual religious book of dogma. Bullshit. All us people being hung, castrated, lied to, our nationalism just eradicated. We don't belong to this, in this country. You all know that. We're just here. We make it if we can. All the ones who do make it have to team up with y'all white people and hate other black people. Then you got the ones who don't make it, they still be dumb as hell. But the point is, you're right, it is about family. And the melanated people on this earth is the family of the sun, because the sun made us. And the problem with you melanin recessive people is that you've separated yourself from the God children. By dichotomizing yourself from us, you've made yourself become oppositional to the sun, because the sun has always supported us and saw us as her children. It's you guys with your stupid religion and your missing melanin that made you turn into the horrible people that you are, that still want to sit around now and try to point the finger at someone else, like me, for instance, for being the person appointed to come here and tell you what's going on. What's going on is that all these years that your corrupt judges have set up in that damn courthouses, your corrupt courthouses, and locked all our black men up and destroyed our families, where our young children grow up as derelicts and potential new prisoners, and then stupid Jesus worshippers and wig buyers and nothing but dumbass consumers is what you made out of us. And now you don't even want us on the planet. You plan on killing our asses off altogether. But the UFOs and everything set all this up just so you guys can show who you are when you have the right opportunity to do it. Gave you just enough rope to hang yourself with. Your problem now, believe it or not, is that I'm sitting here telling you, you got a way out. If you guys buy enough green light, we could show to the universe that you're waking up and accepting the fact that you made a mistake and that you're all willing to change. And then we could go on living in the black holes and black dots and everything could spiral backwards, and we can fix the earth and get rid of these corrupt governments and all this capitalism and all these foolish ass religions on the earth. That's what it's all about. This is what your opportunity is right now. And this fire is to let you know it's not a joke, see, because you don't have to. I don't care. I really don't. You don't have to do any damn thing. The fire is what's going to have to do something, and then you can just figure out what you're going to do when the fire get at your ass.
Steve Pierce, Senator Pierce, and they know these kids. And, I mean, growing up in a small town, you know, like I did too. You know people on those hotshot crews. My brother was on one of those a few years ago, and this is just this is tragic. It really is. Anywhere, but when the small town where everybody knows everybody, this is going to hurt for a long time.
Yeah. What about the investigation in terms of any help you can provide?
Well, we've already reached out to the White House to make sure that if there are federal resources that aren't being employed, to make sure that they are. We're going to make sure that that obviously proper investigation is done. We obviously want to try to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again. But you know, this is wildfire, and there's sometimes, it's awful unpredictable, and you just don't know. And my heart just goes out to these families and to everybody affected.
Senator, I was going to ask you a lot.
Yeah, Robin, this is as close as we are going to get to this fire because the police behind us have stopped us right here and stopped everyone else. This fire, about 8 miles away, is unpredictable, dangerous, and as we know, deadly.
This deadly wildfire has tripled in size overnight, grown from 2,000 acres to more than 6,000 and still 0% contained. Now it's the deadliest U.S. wildfire involving firefighters in 80 years. The fire took the lives of 19 men, part of an elite 20-member firefighter team known as the Granite Mountain Hotshots.
We're devastated. We just lost 19 of some of the finest people you'll ever meet.
The Hotshots were a band of brother-like crew dedicated to stopping wildfires and saving homes. When winds blew the blaze northwest of Phoenix, seen here in this time-lapse video, out of control, these hotshots rushed in to fight. Lightning sparked the fire on Friday and spread quickly toward the small town of Yarnell amid triple-digit temperatures, low humidity, and windy conditions.
These are the guys that'll go out there with 40, 50 pounds of equipment and walk 5 miles. They'll sleep out there as they try to develop fire lines and put protection between homes, natural resources, and still try to remain safe.
The firefighters were forced to deploy their fire shelters, tent-like structures designed to shield flames and heat and keep in breathable air. It's one of the last fail-safe methods that a firefighter can use under life-threatening conditions. Amidst the treacherous conditions, most of the town's 700 residents were forced to evacuate.
I don't know if my home's standing or not.
All of a sudden the wind just changed in a matter of seconds, and maybe within a minute or two we're pretty much inhaling smoke.
The flames lit up the night sky, and smoke from the blaze could be smelled for miles.
You heard in the story that they use these protective shields. You put your head right here, your feet at the end, and lay.
Okay, may I hotep tap around my eye before you all want to go off and act like or say that I'm being heartless and insensitive to the circumstances around the earth. You can feel that way if you want to. I won't be able to say that I can't understand why you feel that way. But the deal is right now I'm going to share and tell you what my objective is. My objective is to inform everyone here on this earth that you all have been targeted for eradication by the universal supreme creator who created this planet. The activities that you Caucasian people have demonstrated to everything on the earth, including yourselves, have become to the point where the imminent death of the whole planet is what this official task force of mercenaries, Federation mercenaries is what you could call them. They have been sent here to eradicate you guys in the defense of the whole ecosystem in this universe. It has become knowledgeable to the builders of everything that you guys were not specified to be here and that you are an existence that was made by renegade gods who created you for the sole purpose of your activities that you have demonstrated to the world, being nothing but barbarians and warmongers and thieves and murderers who will not hesitate at killing all the original people off the earth. Now, you don't have to believe me when I tell you we're comprised of the elements, which means that the elements made us. So if the elements are smart enough to combine themselves with each other to make children, don't you think they're smart enough to combine themselves with each other to make weather formations to eradicate the murderers of their children? If you don't, that's your problem. But this is what your asses need to be getting ready to go spend a lot of time doing. You ain't going to have your ass up in them damn churches because they're going to burn up and get blown down by tornadoes. But you're going to be at a whole lot of functions like this one you see right here.